Peace be with you all, brothers and sisters. Welcome back to an SCTV. Today I started reading the Histories by Herodotus, and I've just gotten into the introduction. But what I was thinking as I was reading it is it's a very big book, and I noticed that not a lot of people seem to read big books as much. At least based on my experience, more people, especially my age, don't read so much. And I think it's due to the fact that we have the internet available to us all the time now, and we have smartphones and such things, and so people just don't have the attention span that they used to, and to sit down and read a book feels like a chore compared to surfing the web and commenting on all the political stuff, articles online and all that. So I think it's just too easy to use a smartphone instead, and I think that's to our shame, because there's a lot to be gained from reading, and even big books. For example, I've been reading, I took a long break from it, but War and Peace by Leo Tolstoy, classic novel that is very infamous for being an epic, if you will. It's over 1,000 pages, and even with this small print, and it takes focus and a long interest span to complete, and props to anyone who's finished it in under a month, really. I have not. Like I said, I have taken a long break from it, and it's a pity, because I could have been reading and writing more, as much as I really want to, instead of what I've been doing, watching YouTube all the time. And it really is sad, because we have the opportunity now, given the internet and given the sort of the things that offers, as far as real information and potentially creative opportunities to make the world better. We sometimes just prefer entertainment and ultimately more useless forms of that to enlightening ourselves through truth. And I think truth in particular is under attack in this culture. Really, it's just plain to see. You don't even need to think about it much. If you're a Christian in general, you probably notice it to some extent. And in fact, I was watching a video on YouTube that called out the shows for attacking Christianity. The Real O'Neills, for example. I haven't seen it. I don't know a lot about it, but it's an Irish family, apparently. Irish American, fake Irish, I don't know. And it said something along the lines of it attacks Christianity. And then it showed a show I had seen and said it attacks Christianity, but now I can't remember what it was. Dang, I can't remember. Oh, yeah, the supermarket show, maybe called Supermarket. Apparently, on the show, they called Christ gay. They said that Jesus was homosexual, which is straight up blasphemy, but I think we get the idea that, and then you can look at other examples of just the fact that how many gay people are in shows these days. It's strange to me. Not that I'm against that in particular, but every show has someone who's gay. I can think off the top of my head, Modern Family, Nashville, apparently this supermarket show, I believe one of the characters is, and it's just a staple these days to have diversity at any cost, and to undermine Christianity is fine, and to straight up attack it is okay, but when you do it, flip the other way, criticizing people's lifestyles is wrong, and closed-minded and bigoted, and it just doesn't make any sense to me. But I'm not into all that, so what I'm into is mostly YouTube, and the YouTube community is pro-gay mostly. You have to kind of search for the Christians who are really strong in their belief about homosexuality. You don't really have to search much. I mean, you could, given the fact that you can search anything you want, you can find that. But what I mean is that the more prominent YouTubers seem to be very liberal, and the media in general, the entertainment industry is very socially liberal, and what it caused me to think is that things like traditional beliefs and belief in a solid family that is a man and woman, and being anti-divorce, and being pro-life, and being just having Christian values is frowned upon or just dismissed as being silly or unrealistic or closed-minded at worst. And so to live in this current time as a devout Christian is hard. To find yourself being truly represented in the media, being a loving but yet true Christian, true to the scriptures, true to what Christ said, trying to be anyway. It's hard to find that and find that we matter. Yeah, it's kind of interesting to me that people are always talking about representation in the media and entertainment, and yet they disregard Christianity, and we're not really represented as it is, especially Orthodoxy. Orthodoxy is just not non-existent in public discourse, really. It's rare to find that. So I started reading a book about this guy who is a monk in Serbia, Elder Thaddeus of Vidovnica, and he already, there's the introduction about him, it amazed me, and it made me feel that there was a lot of spiritual enlightenment to be had reading this, so I recommend it right away. And the introduction talks about his childhood a little bit, and it's called Our Thoughts Determine Our Lives, the life and teachings of Elder Thaddeus of Vitovnica, and really just amazing. It was I was shocked to be so drawn in right away. So I'm currently reading that. I started the histories finally after having bought it months and months ago. I was lent this book, Let Us Attend, A Journey Through the Orthodox Divine Liturgy by Father Lawrence Farley. So these are kind of things I'm reading. Prayer book, obviously, from Jordanville, Holy Trinity Monastery, that's in New York. Fantastic. It's prayers, different times of the days, hymns, sort of. Prayers that I've heard turned into hymns, if you will, chanted. And like I said, the War and Peace, I'm getting back into that. I'm a good way through, I guess you could say. Not much, but it's like 10 chapters already. And another thing I've been reading from time to time that's fun, I love it, it's dusty for some reason, because I've been on YouTube. It's the Founder's Bible, The Origin of the Dream of Freedom. The only problem I kind of have with it is it's NASB. The translation I don't know much about. I don't really, honestly, I don't know. What is it, Septuagint? Which it's probably not. Is it the majority text for the New Testament, or is it Nestle or whatever? I mean, I don't know. So as far as its credibility, ultimately, it's the Bible, but it's just translation differences. I'm not sure what this is. But it's got great stories about the founding fathers who appear to be very Christian, as opposed to what people tell you. Based on their quotes from their writings, they talk about how the Bible is the supreme word we should follow and stuff, and it's great to read as it has truth and stuff like that, which doesn't necessarily make them Christian, but it would seem that they are. They had a lot of faith in the scripture, so very interesting. Talks about how we were founded as a Christian country, basically, stuff like that. So that kind of wraps it up. Just a quick chat about books and pop culture, and so that's about it. Remember, glory to Christ alone, and yeah, that will be all for today. I'll see you guys later. Peace.